What happens when two powerful forces collide? In Venom 3: The Last Dance, Tom Hardy returns as the iconic anti-hero, with Chiwetel Ejiofor joining the chaos. Get ready for a heart-pounding teaser that promises high-stakes action, intense battles, and a new chapter in Venom's dark saga. Let's dive into this. The teaser opens in a rain-soaked city, each drop falling like the ticking of a clock counting down to disaster. The streets are eerily empty, dimly lit by flickering streetlights, creating an atmosphere of dread. The camera pans to Eddie Brock, stumbling into view, battered, bruised, and clutching his side as if he's barely holding himself together. Around him, shadows ripple unnaturally, and black tendrils slither through the darkness, teasing the presence of Venom just out of sight. Then a voice cuts through the quiet. "Tick-tock, Eddie, they're getting closer." It's Venom, his tone low and menacing, but with that signature dark humor we've come to expect. Eddie glances over his shoulder, muttering with gritted teeth, "We're running out of time." There's a real sense of urgency in this moment. Eddie and Venom are clearly on the run. But from what? Who are they up against? The teaser doesn't say, but the tension is palpable. The storm isn't just outside, it's building between Eddie and Venom, and time is quickly running out. The combination of danger, mystery, and that perfect mix of humor make this a thrilling start to what is sure to be an intense ride. Before we can even process what's happening, the action explodes into chaos. Eddie barely has time to react as Venom surges forward, taking full control. Black tendrils lash out, transforming Eddie into the monstrous anti-hero in mere seconds. Soldiers flood the scene, armed with futuristic glowing weapons clearly designed for something much stronger than your average enemy. Venom wastes no time, leaping into action and tearing through their ranks with brutal efficiency. He smashes through barriers, tosses a car like it's a toy, and growls, "They should have stayed home." It's an adrenaline-pumping moment, setting the tone for the kind of chaos we can expect in this film. But something about this scene feels different. The soldiers aren't ordinary pawns. Their precision, the high-tech weapons they wield, it's clear that they've been specially prepared for this fight. It isn't just a random skirmish, it's a sign of something deeper and more calculated. The soldiers are ready for Venom, and that raises the stakes. It hints at a more strategic threat lurking behind the scenes, one that might be harder to defeat than anything Venom's faced before. Amid the action, the trailer gives us a glimpse of Eddie and Venom's increasingly strained relationship. Their dynamic has always been volatile, a mix of humor, chaos, and grudging cooperation. But here, it feels like it's being pushed to the limit. In one scene, Eddie snaps at Venom after narrowly escaping an explosion. "You're going to get us killed," he shouts, his frustration boiling over. Venom, as always, fires back without missing a beat. "You're no fun when you're scared." The banter gets a laugh, but there's an undertone of tension. Eddie looks exhausted, as if the weight of living with Venom is finally catching up to him. Meanwhile, Venom seems more reckless, even unhinged, you can say. But you can't help but wonder, how much longer can this partnership hold before it collapses? The trailer shifts gears when Chiwetel Ejiofor steps into the scene, and his presence is magnetic from the start. We get just enough to pique our interest, a close-up of a gloved hand gripping a strange glowing weapon, the sharp gleam of his eyes beneath a dark hood, and the deliberate, calculating cadence of his voice. "You think you're invincible?" he says, his tone calm but cutting. "But even monsters have weaknesses." It's a chilling line that sets the stage for something bigger. The teaser doesn't reveal much about him, but it's clear he's no ordinary villain. Whether he's a rival symbiote host, or a scientist with a personal vendetta, or something else entirely, one thing is certain: his quiet confidence makes him feel like a genuine threat. He's not one to rely on brute force or flashy threats. Instead, it's his ability to get under Eddie and Venom's skin that makes him so dangerous. He seems to know exactly how to push their buttons, and that's what makes him feel like a real game changer in this story. Visually, the teaser is breathtaking. One standout sequence shows Venom battling on a collapsing skyscraper, the camera swirling around them as debris falls like rain. Every punch, every whip of Venom's tendrils is captured in stunning detail. In another jaw-dropping moment, Venom grows massive, jagged wings. Yes, wings, and takes to the skies, dodging missiles and helicopters in a dizzying aerial chase. The CGI is seamless, bringing Venom's fluid movements to life in a way that feels both thrilling and terrifying. The lighting plays a key role, with fiery reds and cold blues creating an ominous, otherworldly atmosphere. It's a visual spectacle that amps up the stakes and keeps your eyes glued to the screen. But this teaser isn't just about the action, it digs into the emotional heart of the story. Eddie and Venom's complicated bond. At its core, their relationship is messy, chaotic, and equal parts funny and tragic. And that's exactly what this teaser focuses on, showing moments of vulnerability and doubt. Does Ejiofor's character have a way to sever their connection? Maybe even use it against them? We're left guessing, but one thing is clear. He's not just another physical threat. He's coming for something far more personal. The bond between Eddie and Venom, which they've always believed to be unbreakable. This line hints at something deeper, something psychological. It suggests that the real danger might not just be the fight or the chase, but in breaking down the very foundation of their partnership. The teaser doesn't give us all the answers, but it sets up a thrilling idea. The only thing that truly connects Eddie and Venom is also the thing that could tear them apart. It's a powerful hook, and it makes you wonder what this villain is really after. What about the title, The Last Dance? It's heavy with implications. Though the teaser doesn't spell them out, this may be the final chapter of Eddie and Venom's story. Not just their last stand against enemies, but their last stand together, facing the very bond that could tear them apart. There's a sense of finality in every frame, from Eddie's growing desperation to Venom's increasingly wild behavior. And yet, there's also defiance. In the climatic moment of the teaser, Eddie and Venom, battered but unbroken, face down an overwhelming enemy force. "We're not going to survive this," Eddie says, his voice breaking. Venom grins, his teeth glinting in the firelight. Then, let's make them remember us. The teaser ends with a mind-blowing twist. After a huge explosion shakes the screen, everything falls silent. Then, in stillness, a distorted voice whispers, "You're not the only one." It cuts to black, leaving us hanging. The voice may belong to another symbiote, a new ally, or something far worse. The teaser doesn't answer any of these questions, but it does leave us wanting more. It's the perfect setup, sparking tons of speculation and excitement. We're left on the edge of our seats, eager to find out who's behind the voice and what they really want. The mystery is enough to keep fans buzzing until the next reveal. Venom 3: The Last Dance is shaping up to be the most intense and emotional installment yet. The stage is set for an epic showdown. With Venom and new allies, the stakes have never been higher. Don't miss Venom 3: The Last Dance, because it's going to be one wild ride. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss on any of our latest updates. And do let us know your thoughts in the comments section, and we will see you guys next time.